first down. It's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's second down. Here's Bell. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant, and they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Bell. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
After the penalty, it's Bell. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Steelers on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. Getting set to go again. Here's Carson Palmer heading back onto the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth quarter comeback?
It's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Back to throw. Caught right side, Jerron Brown. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Arizona. 55 yards. He's back to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he'd better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it with Bell. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. First throw in overtime now for Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And running with power here. Oh, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. First throw in overtime now for Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down. Second down now after the pass completion. From the gun, it's Palmer. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. First and 15 here behind the chains. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
First and 10, it's Palmer. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. As you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way. And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded. And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it. And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory. And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through. Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
No Harvard, but I was a scholar. Hard knocks,